Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 28 of our Millionaire Mindset Mornings, where every morning at 8 a.m. in the month of September, I have been coming to you live and sharing with you some tips and strategies to help you in your business. Now, y'all, I am so excited. I got a lot of things going on today because on yesterday, I launched my Facebook group, the Gold Digger Collective. I'm putting this on the screen. Um, excuse me. Also, I'm doing my social media check. Excuse me. But I also want to make sure that I am sharing in the new Facebook group. So give me a minute because I want to make sure that I am live in the group, and then we'll get into day 28's topic. Also, too, this month, or excuse me, not this month, this week, we have been focused on the inner millionaire. So this is the last day of the week where we have been we're not as focused on our um, bank accounts. We are focused on making sure we are becoming, like you are becoming, the person who not only can obtain wealth, but also someone who can sustain the wealth and maintain the wealth. Okay. So that's what we've been focused on. All right. Let me share. Let me see how I can share in the group. And then I promise y'all, we will get into it on today. All right. Hopefully, y'all are still seeing me because my computer is frozen. Let me see what's going on. All right, let me try. It says I'm still, well, the internet connection is showing that it's stable, but my computer is just frozen, so I can't see if y'all are still seeing me or not. But let me see if I can go ahead and share this in the group. And that way, even it says my camera is still on, but I can't tell if y'all are actually seeing me. But until this comes back, let me see how I can share in the group. And then I promise we'll get into it. And I'm hoping that I'm not doing this for nothing, that you actually are seeing me. Since there's no way for me to check right now as my computer is frozen, other than once I share this here. So next. And once again, I apologize, y'all. This is unusual, but I just have a lot going on right now. So anyone who is bearing with me, I appreciate it. Then I'll be able to check. All right, so and there's always a delay on Facebook. So let me see. It says I'm live on Facebook. There we go. All right. So it looks like I am good. And y'all are seeing me and hearing me. So I apologize, y'all. All right. So I got it shared in the group. Really quickly, since we focused on the group, this group is designed for individuals, more so women, who are focused on growing their business, growing their side hustle, as well as just taking command of their money. It is open to anyone. So men, you are not excluded from it, but the main focus of the group will be for women. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead and jump into day 28 of our Millionaire Mindset Mornings. As I said, this week we have been focusing on the inner millionaire. This is the last day of the week, and it was focused on you building yourself up and not so much building up your bank account, you becoming the person that you need to, and having the having the right mindset, that millionaire mindset. Okay. because your inner world is going to be reflective of, or your outer world is going to be reflective of what is in your inner world. So you want to make sure you're doing the inner work so that what is reflected out actually mirrors that. And also making sure you have the right amount of confidence, because I also shared many times, it's not about the commas in your check. It's about the confidence in your chest. And are you exuding that confidence as you start making money and taking those steps to becoming a millionaire? So that is very apropos for today, because today's topic for day 28 is talking about becoming before receiving. Okay. So don't wait until the millions come to start acting like a millionaire. You have to start becoming her now. You have to start acting and developing the character traits of someone who is a millionaire now. So that is what we're going to get into. Also, usually on the Millionaire Mindset Mornings, what I do is I share three main points, and then I have a millionaire mindset action step for you to take. All right. So the first point we're going to get into is that identity precedes increase. Okay. So your identity precedes increase. I forgot to put the topic up. So topic is becoming before receiving. And then we're going to talk about the first point, which is identity precedes increase. What does that mean? Who you are determines what you can handle. All right. So if you have been blessed to receive, or someone gave you $100, but you mismanaged it, or even $1,000. Like, if you don't know how to manage $100, what makes you think that you're going to be able to manage $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000? Okay. If you are making messy money moves now, you're going to be making messy money moves later, until you learn how to master what you have been entrusted to. And part of that is from your identity. Okay. If you're the type of person who is just going to be spending frivolously, then if you spend $100 frivolously, you're going to spend $10,000 frivolously. Okay. Because it's not about the money. It's about who you are as an individual, your identity. Okay. That is causing you to behave in certain ways with money. Okay. So that was point one. So let me put that on the screen. Your identity precedes increase. So if you want increase, you got to start walking like you're ready and capable of handling the increase. Okay. And that means you got to start thinking like a CEO. You got to start moving like a CEO. You got to start moving like someone who is running $1 million business. Okay. If that is what you want for yourself, you got to start acting and operating in a way of someone who is acting like a millionaire or a CEO of a business. All right. So the second point we're going to get into, though, is preparation precedes promotion. All right. And what I mean by that is God, he's not going to bless you with something, or he's not going to give you something when you're not ready to steward it. Okay. So sometimes you might be wondering, why am I not growing in my business? Why isn't my business being successful? Maybe it's not the fact that it's not being successful, but maybe God is still working on some things in you. Maybe you still have to build some different skill sets. Maybe you still have to build some different character traits before you can receive that next level, before you can go to that next level or reach your next goal or receive that next blessing. Maybe God is still working on you, or you still working on yourself. Need to work on yourself in order to get that increase. Okay. Because God won't send you what you're not ready to steward. We talked about stewardship, I want to say, on last week. Okay. Are you a good steward of your money? Are you a good steward in your business right now? If you are not being a good steward of your business, if you're not handling not just your money, but just your business in general, your clients, your customers, if you're not handling the different business procedures, business policies like you're supposed to, you're not stewarding that business well. Okay. Let me put up point number 2, and then I have one more thing to share about that. Preparation precedes promotion. I'm going to put that on the screen. And Don't feel bad if you feel like, hey, I would love for my business to get in front of a whole bunch of people and it's not happening. Okay. Sometimes as you are developing, as you are still growing, as you are still working on some of the strengths and characteristics that you need to work on, sometimes that preparation, that hidden preparation, um, help set you up for public overflow. Like sometimes the stuff that you're doing, the stuff that you need to work on, it doesn't need public consumption. Like if the people in the public saw what you're going through, is if people in the public saw your season of struggle, your season of growth, so everybody is not equipped to handle that. Okay. So sometimes the fact that your business is hidden, the fact that you yourself are hidden or are obscure at this particular season is for your preparation as well as for your protection. Because public consumption will just eat you up if they saw that this is what you're having to go through in your business. Okay. So that preparation period, it serves a purpose. Okay. And it's only going to set you up for overflow once you get out in the public. Just like it's football season. Okay. And everybody has their own team that they're rooting for, cheering for, and everything. But before game day happens, those players had to prepare for it. They had to practice day after day for hours at a time in order for them to prepare for that one big day, that one big game for the week or whatever. So if their fans saw them in practice, they might be saying some other stuff. Okay, but when they show up, when they show up for game day, they are prepped and ready to the best of their abilities because there's only going to be one winner. But if some of the fans or some of the people saw what they had to go through during practice, during their preparation, then they might lose doubt. They might lose hope. They might lose faith in their team members and stuff like that. But so just because you are in a season of preparation and it seems like you're not getting enough attention or enough business, enough clients, it's okay. This might just be your season of preparation. And oftentimes as you're preparing, that will precede your promotion that is going to take you to the next level. All right. The third point I have is that character carries currency. Y'all know I like alliteration. So character carries currency. And what is your character saying? All right. Is your character some broke currency or is it good currency? All right. Let me put point number 3 on up in the chat. The character carries currency. So if you are not mature enough to handle the business, if you're not mature enough to handle the money, then if you lack that maturity, it's only going to magnify your messiness. All right. So you got to make sure you have the right character inside so that when you do get the money, when you do start getting those customers and clients and more eyeballs in, it's not magnifying messiness or chaos or anything like that. Okay. When you become the person that you need to become, when you become that CEO, when you become that business person, okay, it ensures that you are not going to lose what you are receiving. Okay. That's why this week we've been focusing on, yes, getting the money, but how can you maintain the money? How can you sustain the money? Okay. Because we don't want you to lose it once you got it just because you are ill prepared or ill equipped for it. Okay. So you have to do some inner work and work on yourself, develop some characteristics, develop some skills, develop the right mindset to be able to handle the millions when it comes in. Okay. Because we want you to keep it. We want you to secure the bag and keep the bag. That is the whole goal. Because I always say it's easy to make money. All of us make money pretty much every day. Every week we get a paycheck, or every other week, however you get paid. All of us can make money. That's easy. But the hard part is, the problem we have is that we don't know, or we are not always the best stewards of keeping the money, of managing the money, of maintaining the money, of making sure that the money grows. That's our problem. It's not about getting the money, it's about sustaining it, okay? Managing it, all right? So, those were the 3 points that I have for today. Just to recap, today's topic was becoming before receiving. You got to become that CEO before you can start receiving the millions. And the first point was your identity precedes increase. Who are you? All right. Who do you say that you are? Are you really the type of person? Are you really a CEO of your business? Or are you just an employee in the business and you try to act like you're a CEO? So your identity precedes increase. Point number two was preparation precedes promotion. Sometimes those seasons where it doesn't seem like we are getting the attention is because we are being prepared for something else. And the third and final point was that your character carries currency. So make sure you are operating in the right currency and it's not some broke currency, okay? Because if you don't have the right character traits, any messiness, any chaos is just going to be magnified if you lack that maturity. All right. Now, your millionaire mindset action step that I want you to take for today is I want you to really think about some qualities of a millionaire, someone you admire, someone you know is killing it in business. And think about the quality traits that they have, as well as the quality traits you want to have for yourself as a millionaire. So, what is the millionaire version of yourself, excuse me, y'all, that you hope would look like? My voice is going. Write down those 3 qualities of a millionaire version of yourself. And I want you to start practicing one of them today. Yes, start acting like a millionaire today. So, write down 3 character traits you would see in yourself as a millionaire and start operating in one, start acting in one on today. All right. Now, if this resonated with you, I want you to drop the word becoming. If you're working on becoming a woman before the wealth, okay? Because you just don't want to become a millionaire when the money hits. You want to make sure you also have the mindset. You want to make sure you have the habits and the discipline, okay? And so all that takes is you starting to build up that person now so that you are able to receive the benefits and reap the benefits later. All right. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, share with someone who you think can benefit from this. Meet me tomorrow for day 29. We're going to do a millionaire mindset recap because, y'all, we only got 2 more days. Can y'all believe it? I made it through. I'm just about made it through the month of September, coming to you live every morning at 8 a.m. Some days it's been a struggle. All right, so we're going to do a millionaire mindset recap. Also, make sure if you are watching this, head on over and join the Facebook, my new Facebook group, the Gold Digger Collective, because soon anything I share in that group, it will not be going on to my YouTube platforms. It will only be shared in the group. So I would love to see you over there to stay connected with you, as well as just to be able to work with you a little bit closer when it comes to growing and building your business or your side hustle and just helping you to maximize your money. So check out the Gold Digger Collective. I look forward to seeing you over there. And until next time, I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful start to your week. Take care, guys.